how we identify and also we prevent. Always we say prevention is better than cure. So here we try to understand what are the types of fraud, and then intentional misrepresentation, potential for fraud, assessing the risk of fraud, detection and prevention, fraud officer role, investigation procedures, responsibility for detecting and preventing fraud, money laundering. Actually, there are two words. One is mistake, other one is fraud. Mistake is actually unintentional. Something that is beyond our control with no thinking, with no predetermined thought. You walk on the road, you are busy on the phone, someone is crossing you, you hit him. That is mistake. But you walk on the road, 500 meters in front, you see one of your enemy, you wanted to hit him. So now you pretend as if you are busy on the phone and you go and hit him. So these are two different things. One is unintentional, which is a mistake. The intentional act comes to fraud. So, these are at the end we also talk about money laundering.
Vessel.
Yes. So here. What is fraud, potential for fraud, implication of fraud to the organization, system for detecting and preventing fraud, responsibility for detecting and preventing fraud. Now, there's a qualification called CFP, Certified Fraud Examiner. Entire qualification deals with this topic: fraud theory, fraud practice, fraud law, and we call auditing. These are the four subjects. So that's there. There are two different types of categories of fraud. One is removal of funds or asset from business. Stealing money. Cashier steal $100 is also one type of fraud. Misrepresentation. You prepare a financial statement. To misinterpret and misrepresent the facts of the financial information in the financial statement. That's also a fraud. Theft of cash, theft of inventory. I don't need to elaborate and explain what really it means. Very directly understandable. Employees with access to cash may be tempted to steal. Now, employees with access to cash may be tempted to steal, in example, petty cash. Small amounts taken at intervals may go unnoticed. Every day in the evening, this cashier takes $10 or 10 riyal, and no one will worry about that. You know what is there is very important statement I learned from one South African auditor, that if you are unable to of a company, then you cannot manage any business. First thing is that you should see the petty cash is managed well. If the petty cash is not managed well, that means the company itself is a big loopholes everywhere. Hello? Oh, temple. So that's what that's it. Now we think, petty cash, nothing. But you should reconcile the petty cash on a daily basis, and that should tie up spot on to the records. Your record is showing $152, then your petty cash drawer, when you count the cash, that should show $152. So if the petty cash is a crooked-minded person, then what could happen is that he can steal $5, $2, $3 every day. End of the month, how much is going to take? If it's $5, $150.
When he is accounting to the company, he will be shocked.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if the company doesn't have control of checking and reconciling days, and then let's say you are counting the cash today, $2 short, and then you think, okay, it's $2, currently nothing. That's wrong, I say. Because that's where these people are taking the chance. Clear? Also, inventory. Now, inventory is another scenario. People who are responsible for warehouse, they have big.
It's big.
Yeah, there's a big belly. You know, belly? This the Pelichali. So this you know Pelichali or you don't know? Right? Yes.
Two-leg rat.
Huh?
Two-leg rat.
Two-leg rat. Yes, it's a big Pelichali. Now I have personal experience seeing people what they do, especially food business, food company they have warehouse. So these storekeepers, when they, like for example, they have this oil cans. So what they do is, when someone not noticing, they are kicking the oil can, and then leave it. So oil can is there, you go and kick like a kick into the football. So now what will happen to the oil can then? It will get little, the appearance will get upset. No? So then this oil can cannot be sold in the market. Even this man carries that oil can and comes to the warehouse manager. Where damage. Okay, 40% price, any stock can take it. Then next day he himself takes that at 40% to his. I know personally people who, and then who knows? No one knows, but it's a huge fraud. Understand? So when no CCTV is watching or no people are around, they do this. And likewise, they also work this all food items. They do this. Just try to to change the shape. Then they will work it. So, but these two thefts are not huge fraud. These are actually small ones. The big ones are, it's even greater. Payroll fraud. There is something called ghost employee. You know what the ghost employee is?
No actual employee.
Let's say your payroll has 25 people or 24 people. Now this man who prepared the payroll, he adds another person to the payroll named Ramasamy or Kandasamy or Chellaya, Chennamma, something. And he will develop a relationship with someone outside to claim that man, this Ramasamy or Kundasamy or whoever. On the salary day, he or she will come and take the salary. He is not an employee of the company. Typically, these tea estates, there are a lot of huge number of labours. How to control? Those days, now maybe they have a lot of different systems, but those days there are no such controls. So this, we call it PD and SD. You know what is PD and SD? Pedi Dole, Sinna Dole. This Kangani. You know the man who wears the shorts and the hat and the stick, he walks around the tea factories. That usually you call it PD and SD. PD is the big Pelichali, SD is the small Pelichali. So these people, they do this. And also, that is one scenario. Another scenario, they just dummy name will be there, but no one will come and collect the salary. He will pocket the salary himself. And Satyam Computers. Heard of Satyam Computers? Oh no.
Yes, you told me.
Satyam Computers is one of the largest computer outsourcing business company in the world. Based in Chennai. This company owners are from Chennai. And they have their payroll, if I am not mistaken, more than 10,000 employees. So to control internationally 10,000 employee salaries is not an easy task. What these people have done, everywhere, here and there, they have inserted dummy employees in the 10,000 list. Can someone easily make it out? No one can find it out. So what then they have done, then the salaries created to that dummies people have gone to some management level staff or company owners or owners level people, their salaries. So then that has become a huge issue, and then that was a scandal we got. So stand, and the company collapsed. So that's a payroll fraud. So payroll is another place where you can really play around. So you have to be very strict controls required to manage the payroll better. Falsify their time sheets, attendance. Now also, there are different ways of recording the attendance. One is that the clock card. You know clock card? There is like a clock, and then you have an employee card. You can like punch in and then punch out. When you punch in, and if you are punching in before 8 a.m. for example, the print will be in black or blue color. But if you punch in after 8 a.m., that color will become red to indicate that this staff is late to the work. So, in a huge factory like garment or tea factory or any such huge labor-oriented factory business, these clock will be kept in this near the security room, and there will be like a huge like stand like this, and then there will be like place to keep that employee cards. So whenever some employee coming in, they pick based on the employee number and they will punch in. What people do is that they create a relationship with the security man, mainly girls. So they will smile, laugh and talk and that and this. Then this man color finish. So whether they come, they don't come, this man punch in and punch out. So this is one of the fraud. And also payroll employees may deliberately miscalculate the selected pay slips by charging hours or pay rates. So that's another scenario. Fictitious member staff, that's exactly what I meant, ghost staff. Also you have ghost suppliers. Ghost staff also there, ghost suppliers also there. In Middle East, even precisely, specifically in Doha, this ghost supply is a huge problem.
Like manpower supply, they like those.
Manpower supply is one example, but I wanted to say, let's say you work in a procurement department. Okay? Material, whatever. So any material or service, we call it M&M, Materials Management Department. So what they do is that, let's say I know that I am frequently purchasing cement, for example. Then I am thinking, why don't I open a business? Cement shop. And I transfer all the purchases to that shop.
Happening now.
Yeah, big time. Huge. Yeah, many people getting terminated. In Qatar Petroleum, actually in Rastafan, security, the health, what do you call this, health and safety measures, especially this sprinkler system. So fire safety. So there is a fire safety engineer, an Indian guy. His job is to go and inspect the compliance of these devices, expiry, what do you call it, calibration. You know what the calibration is? Checking whether that device is, you understand what I'm saying? Whether that device is working properly or not. So when he goes and he finds out that this particular device is not working, he has the power to start that business fully. So then he calls that particular owner to side, look, if you do the procurement of these devices from that particular company, I will delay my order to cancel the business. So then these people started purchasing things from there, and then he delayed this decision. So he made millions and millions of money. And after like 7 or 8 years only, he get caught. By then, he bought two floor in zigzag tower. So, how to catch? No, can't catch. So, this is really an issue here. Teaming and lading. You know what the teaming and lading is? That's another interesting problem. Let's say you have 5 customers and the receivable clerk. And we have 5 customers. Customer A, B, C, D and E. Now this customer A and myself are very close, either classmates or friends or husband and wife or whatever the relationship is, we are very close. But this customer A cannot, now the company policy is 30 days credit period. So when you sell, you have to take the item, you have to pay the money from the invoice date 30 days. But this customer is cannot pay, his financial condition is bad. He said that my friend, I am unable to pay, please help. He said no, I will pay. So let's say January 1, the sales took place. So 31st January, he should settle. But he is not paid. He is waiting patiently. On February 28, customer B will settle. He takes that money and then set off against the due of customer A. Now, if someone will check the accounts, who will be outstanding? Customer B. How long? How much is the overdue time? Only 1 month. Will that be a problem for a big company? No. Then, end of March, customer C will pay. He will set off against B. End of April, customer D will pay. He will stop against C. Now, customer A will pay end of May. That he will settle against customer D. How many months he is taking now? Almost 5 months. So this arrangement is known as teaming and lading. Common sales ledger code, theft of cash or check receipt, setting subsequent receipt, not necessarily from the same customer. Against the debt conceals the debt. Fictitious customer. Elaborate method of stealing inventory. So you create a customer and then you raise invoices and then you issue the goods. And then you see what is the double entry for sales, credit sales, debit, receivable, credit sales. In the financial statement, in the P&L, your sales will be big. In the balance sheet, you will have a receivable. But this sales is it to actual customer? No. Then, will the customer be going to pay you? No. Then the receivable is going to be settled? No. That receivable is going to be there for the next another 25 years. But who took these items now? These particular people who are concealing the situation. So they will create bogus customers or fictitious customers and they will settle against that. Bogus orders are set up, goods dispatched on credit, the customers then fails to pay for the goods. Debt gets written off. Yeah, later after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, then the senior management will say, okay, this is small money, Kalivati. We write off. So, who can do this? The employee must have the authority to approve the new customer for credit and have the responsibility for taking it. So that's why we always talk about segregation of duties. And hello? This huge it's a practically we experience. Pollution with customer. This is another interesting point. You make a deal with the customer. If you, if I let's say selling price is 100, you say that okay, I will get you at 90. But now $10 difference is there. $5 for me, $5 for you. So personally, you need to pay me $5. The company is losing $10. And then I am between by $5. So this is one possibility of having Alaikum salam. Shukran, bhai, shukran. Knowledge, huh? Okay, okay. Right. Anyway, so that sales manager could release the goods for a cut of the sale. Employee writes off debtor issues credit note for the. That was another long outstanding debts. If I am the responsible person who is approving write-off, I simply write off with an agreement with him. Okay, you have to pay us 200,000 riyal. I write off today. You only pay me 50,000 riyal. Khalas. That's a big deal. So suppress invoices or under record quantity of dispatched goods for the report. That's another issue. You know that you what we call that manipulate the invoice. You manipulate the invoice. That's another scenario. You manipulate the invoice. And then you alter. Quantities you alter, the price you alter. So then in the favor of the customer. So bogus supply of goods or services. This is what I talked to you about. The ghost suppliers. In staff who falsely invoice the firms for goods or services that were never subscribed. Consultancy services. You say that you have done a consultancy, then you charge a huge fee, and you take that money. Okay, about authenticity increased by the individual setting up a personal company that invoice the business. Difficult to prove. It's very difficult to prove. It's a very complicated scenario. Paying for goods not received. It's a matter of you have to have a collusion between warehouse manager and the purchasing man and the person who approves the payment. You three have to. Did I told you about this one food company supplying to catering companies to
Chicken?
chicken?
Yeah.
I discussed with you, right? Similar scenario. So actually in that arrangement, the supply company never lost anything. But the catering company who purchased, they received not the right goods. Let's say you invoice to the catering company 25 riyal. You take 18 riyal item to that company. You invoice to that company 25, but you only paid to this company 18. So you take some of the other in your benefit. Yeah. Now, big mafia. And sometimes you don't know these people. Now there are guys, office boys. I'll tell you one peculiar fraud. One guy there are head office and there are workstations not in the head office, like office in industrial area or office in Doha. So head office is in Doha and you have warehouse and operational activity taking place in industrial area. So expense claims happening in the industrial area office brought to head office for claims. So the cashier, accountant, everyone sitting in head office. So anybody's expenses in the industrial area office, one guy as a messenger who brings this and then who submits and who takes the money and then who goes. Now, there was one office boy. Unfortunately, regrettably, a Sri Lankan. Okay? This office boy sits in the head office. And but he is like a motion wanted and level criminal. Small boy, around 22, 23 years. There was one expense claim took place 4 years before. And that person who already left the country, an Egyptian guy. This document sitting in the office, one of the box file. He is office boy, he has access to everywhere. So he got that file, got that document, he altered the date. By pen. By what do you call this? Tipex. He altered the date and then he went to the cashier. Said that messenger gave me this. I will be meeting him in the night. He told me to collect the money. Around 7,000 something. Cashier paid that money. Cashier doesn't thought about to whom this money is going and then that is. But after cashier, that document is going for accounting purpose. There they were ordering, and then now cashier forgot to whom this money was given. Because signature, everything is there, only the date is altered. So they were traced back and realized that this Egyptian is not in the office. Okay? So now they are ordering, but they could not catch. But now they are waiting for the next incident. After 2 months, he goes with another case, a similar case. Now that the cashier is with alert, he called it. And to calculate around more than 90,000, he has taken the case. See, for someone to commit fraud, it's an opportunity. And your crooked mind, and also the company, your financial condition also tempting you to perform it. And if you are a disgruntled employee, you know what disgruntled employee is? Do you know? Happy with the company. He is not happy with the company. You know that. This face, grumpy face. So then that is the root problem. So therefore, then we have some other types of fraud. Meeting budgets or target performance measures. Here also you have the head, the board of directors giving you budget targets. And they are saying, okay, you make the budget and come. And you wanted to somehow achieve the budget. And you know that, let's say you are making a budget for expense, for example. You know that you only need 100,000 riyal. But if you set 100,000 riyal, you may end up 105,000. So what you do is, you put 150. And then you spend deliberately 140. This is called setting up budget slack. In F2 you will study this more. So that in itself is a fraudulent activity. Spending company money for unnecessary purpose. Isn't it? So manipulation of bank reconciliation and cash flows. Now why someone needs to perform bank rec? We need to understand the gravity and the significance of a bank reconciliation. A bank reconciliation is a very important, vital document. Personally, we had experience with one fraud. We have a business in Sri Lanka, timber mill, timber processing mill. My elder brother and one of our relative guy are the partners. And that guy is more of a techie person, device man. Lot of iPhone, MacBook and iWatch and all that. So that's when the bank also coming up with these online transactions. It was a new concept, no? It was not like 5 years, 10 years before, no. Recent concept. So we have a bank account in Union Bank in Sri Lanka. So he is the techie man, whereas my brother is not that extent, he is a techie man. He's not that device-oriented person. So now this online banking is enabled in the mobile. He only have that app in his phone, which my brother felt it little bit, troublesome to install and then get password, and he said, so let him do. We are partners, no problem. And every check, if the check to be gone to bank, you have to, both of them, mandatory signature. Both partners must sign. So now, in the check, like for example, there is an expense. What happens is that whenever a payment is coming, for example, let's say you need to make an electricity bill. Sometimes electricity bill, if you really don't know exactly how much, you don't write the amount. And then you just get the signature of my brother. We trust and he left, right and center, signed all the things. So today there is a payment 7,200 rupees for electricity. What he did was 72,000 he took, and then he paid 7,200, and then he enjoyed the rest. It's one scenario. Likewise, over the month of 20 months, he is doing this. We are noticing a significant change in his lifestyle. Suddenly, a buggy van came to the scene. AC have been installed in this house. Usually, even a huge rich man who will have AC on his bedroom, he have AC in the sitting room also. And for his wife's house, luxury sofa, that and this, and MacBook letters, the what you call motorbike, lot of things. Then, whenever I'm also a partner for that business. Whenever we talk about the business, we say that okay, business is doing great. But whenever we talk about cash flow, no cash. Business making profits, but we don't see cash. So then I said, okay, there's something wrong, I want to see the bank statements. So one time my brother brought the bank statement of 1 month. When I quickly scanned, I found it very fishy situation. Also, one more. My brother is the one who is doing the bookkeeping. He is a bookkeeper. Now, how he is doing the bookkeeping? Every day morning, if I am the partner with you, you are the bookkeeper, and you don't see the bank statement physical eye, you ask me, what is the balance? So whatever I am saying, you are taking it. And they never have done bank record. So, when we scrutinized, and then when we took the checkbooks, in the checkbook you have a counter. The amount that is written in the counter file and the amount that is in the bank statement, not matching. 7,200 here, in the bank statement 72,000. When we questioned him, he said that I thought of returning the money when I am settled down. Until then I started saving. He justified that. So this is motivation. The motivation is one of the huge factors for someone to conceive fraud. Clear?
The space we are giving mostly.
Yeah. And see, every person is an angel. As until and otherwise, as an opportunity comes for him. Right or not? Takwa, mutawwa, they will be very pious. But if they are alone and they have an opportunity, then only you will see how pious this man is. So, these are some of the bad practices. That's what I was talking about. Misuse of pension funds or other assets. and then disposal of assets to employees. Say, now, for example, this AC, now one employee is made a target on this, so he want to buy it. Now the market price of this AC is 7,000 riyal, brand new. After let's say 2 years, after 2 years, if you really calculate depreciation, AC is electronic equipment, 20% depreciation, that means 40% gone. So 7,000 into 60%, like something like 4,200. This man will buy for 1,000 riyal, and he will make huge justification for that. So that is another type of fraud. Intentional misrepresentation, overvaluation of inventory. That is, when you overvalue the inventory, what will happen to the cost of sales? Any idea when you overvalue the inventory, what will happen to the
Cost of sale come down.
cost of sales will go down. $1.